Hello everybody once again. So this morning I stripped down the BK-08 to see if there was anything obviously wrong with it. Now then, let's explain what's going on here. Obviously this is the keyboard section, which has got a couple of screws and you lift it off and it's a self-contained keyboard, so that's okay. Now what we have here is some kind of step down converter from 24 volt to whatever the board needs, 5 volt I would imagine. But yeah, this is okay, there's nothing going on there untoward. But when we get to the motherboard, there are a few things amiss. For example, that there should have a capacitor that's missing. Also there's one here that's been pinched, and the store is familiar all over the board. Another one there that's missing, been cut off. Another one there, and in between the RAM chips, whatever went in there, they're missing as well. But more interestingly, the Z80 has been taken out, and so has the two ROM chips. Not the end of the world, but could well explain why it doesn't work. So we'll just have a little drive around the motherboard. 1192. So there's the Z80 for our American friends. The Z80. That is the, what is that? That's the keyboard connector there. Two ROM sockets there. ROMs are missing, but they're just EEPROMs. That in itself is no big deal. The RAM's all intact. The I think these are ROMs as well. I think that and that and possibly that. Don't know. I'll have to investigate. The rest of the, oh, there's something missing there. Whatever that is. This one was pinched. Now all these parts that's missing, like C22, C you have to presume is a capacitor. So I'll have to investigate what it should be and get some. I've probably got a drawer full of them anyway somewhere. The ROMs that's missing, I've probably got ROMs somewhere. Well, EEPROMs anyway. If I can find what should be on the EEPROMs, I could burn it and fit them. The Z80, Z80, I've got a few of those kicking about. I'll make a socket in a minute actually and put a Z80 on there. Even if I supplied power to this, clearly it wouldn't work. Would it display a picture? It's supposed to display a checker pattern when you power it up, but I thought the Z80 was needed to generate a pattern on the spectrum. Perhaps I'm wrong. I usually am wrong, so that's nothing new. Yeah, the capacitors appear to have been pinched, as well as the Z80 and the two ROMs, which will be, or would have been, the most useful chips on the board and used for something else. I don't know. But as you can see, looking at the board, it's got very wide tracks. And to say this is a 1992 machine, if this was a European or American machine, you would think that this was an early 1980s board. For example, an 81 and 1982 type board. But this is a Russian 1990, late 92, nearly 93 board. So our Russian friends are obviously a good 10 years behind Western technology, or at least Western manufacturing. All the chips on here are Russian chips. There are no familiar names of any description, which is quite nice. I quite like that. I think the Z80 that should be on there is a Korean version, but it will be having an NEC or something like that, or even a Zilog, if I'm putting one on. The ROMs will probably end up being whatever they are. I'll have to look at what they are. Some clever dick somewhere will know what they should be. Whether or not I can get the information for them is something else. But the board itself is in good condition. There's no lifted tracks, there's no damage. It looks a well made, if slightly agricultural board, which I suppose is what you'd expect from being Russian. I don't know. Don't know what that thing is. Crystal? Oscillator? Don't know. But yeah, I quite like it. It's very neatly made. Very big and easy to work on. Wide tracks. Quite nice. But I just thought I'd show you the internals of the BK-08. I'll pop a socket in there. I'll pop 3 sockets in there and try and get this up and running. What should go in between the RAM? I can only guess a capacitor. Don't know what value, but I'll have to try and find something. Something missing there as well. What's that? C11, so another cap. But anyway, all very interesting stuff. Now, why would someone take out all the parts? Either the board is scrap and doesn't work, which I find a bit hard to believe. It's in too good a condition to be scrap. I would guess that the parts have been taken out of this to be used on a better specified model, like the 128 or the Pentagon. Is it the Pentagon? Whatever it is. The Russia made a wide range of Spectrum clones, from a basic 48K or 64K, which is what this is, to a 128, to a 256, to a 512. There might even be in a 1 meg, I don't know. And they had disk drives, and the AY sound chip, and all kinds of interesting things. The development of the Spectrum was much more prolonged in Russia than it was in the West. Whereas the Sinclair would run out of steam in, I don't know, 90, 91, 92, whatever it was. Clearly the Russian machines continued, I think they continued in development up to 2000, or at least until the fall of Russia, or the Federation state anyway. So anyway, so we have a few missing parts. The Z80, 2 ROM chips, various caps. Can't see anything else missing. If that's all it is, I don't mind too much, to be honest. There's nothing missing on whatever that lot's supposed to be. So yeah, there we go. More work to be done. Thank you.